Got Elon Musk with the Nazi salute. But you know what? I I I really don't I really don't have no feelings towards it, man. You know what I mean? He's from South Africa.
Elon, bro, you really out here doing Nazi salutes on day one? Look, I already know a lot of y'all Elon cultist defenders are about to come out and say it's an accident. And maybe it was an accident. But hear me out now. There are a lot of racists out there who have accidentally said the N-word or another racial slur in a place they weren't supposed to say it at. Now, although they said it accidentally, that does not mean that person is not racist. Or does it mean it's not a problem that they said it? It just means that that person, when they're around other like-minded individuals like themselves, is so comfortable saying the word that at times Freudian slips happen. Now, I also find it really cute how, in defense of Elon, a lot of you conservatives have all of a sudden become very conscientious about autism spectrum disorder and are even attacking people for having the audacity to criticize Elon because it's not his fault, it's his Asperger's. But as a person who actually is on the spectrum, I got some bad news for y'all. That ain't the defense you think it is. When you are on the spectrum, you have a problem controlling your impulses. The filter that would normally kick in for a person that is neurotypical does not kick in for a person, generally speaking, if they're on the spectrum, especially in situations where they're overstimulated or overexcited. So what actually ends up happening is that, like, you blurt something out that you were thinking but you didn't want other people to hear, or you just accidentally do a Nazi salute in front of the whole world because you forgot that the whole world was watching. Point being is that being on the spectrum or having Asperger's does not mean you cannot be racist. It just means that if you are racist, the likelihood of people figuring it out is higher because you can't control your impulses all the time. So yeah, go ahead and throw that motherfucking argument out the window too. Now we couple all that with the fact that Elon is an apartheid baby whose maternal grandparents moved to South Africa because they admired Hitler, they admired the apartheid government, and were part of the Nazi party in Canada.
She still going out. I didn't get her parents, by the way, were very fanatical in favor of apartheid. This is quite interesting. Her parents came to South Africa from Canada because they sympathized with the Afrikaner government. They used to support Hitler and all that sort of stuff. But they didn't know, obviously, I don't think they knew what the Nazis were doing. But they in Canada, they were in the German party in Canada, and they sympathized with the Germans.
Yeah.
So when the Afrikaners government came into power here in 1948, then May's father, who was quite an interesting guy, he was a very good pilot, he said he wants to be with the Afrikaners because he agrees with apartheid, you see. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it's okay to admit your boy messed up, he exposed himself, and he just kind of reminded everybody exactly where he came from. As they say in Brazil, fio de peixe, peixe é. In other words, if you come from a family of racist Nazis, maybe you just saw one too many photos of Nazis and had one too many conversations about Nazis. I'm just saying, bro, there's no way to defend this. Just be like, yo, you got to do better next time and move on at the bare minimum. But no, you don't get to just do a Nazi salute twice accidentally during the inauguration and we just gonna ignore that shit.
A lot of racism went down over there. Apartheids went down over there. And that's just who he is, man. Well, I mean, I don't know who he is personally, but those things run rapid in the areas that he's from. So, you know what I mean? Can't really get mad at stuff that, has always been in your face. That's been public information for a minute. Everybody's known about that. What are you going to say? There ain't much to say about that besides it's Elon Musk. Kids have been slaving in the Congos. He's a part of that billionaire boys club. You don't make it up there without being somewhat inclined to the BS.
I feel like everybody is getting this wrong and getting it wrong in a really important way. If you're unaware of the controversy around Elon Musk, let me catch you up. Not that long ago, Elon Musk was so beloved across the political spectrum that he became cultural shorthand for visionary genius. Here he is making a cameo in Iron Man 2 because people commonly refer to him as a real-life Tony Stark. Here he is voicing a version of himself in an episode of Rick and Morty. The issue that people have had with him in the last several years is not just that he has become a Republican. We kind of expect our billionaires and CEOs to be right-wing. The founder of Whole Foods is right-wing. The issue is that at some point he seems to have gotten sucked down an online extremist rabbit hole until he became the type of person who basically switches between trolling and spouting conspiracy theories. When people talk about having to avoid certain relatives around the holidays because of their politics, this is usually the kind of thing they mean. They're not avoiding the uncle who's just really upset that his capital gains taxes are too high. But here's where people get it wrong, because when Elon Musk started spouting craziness, the conclusion was, oh, he fooled us. He was always an idiot. He must never have been a good engineer. He must never have had an innovative mind. He must never have known anything about running a business. His success must all be accidental. And that worries me because the lesson you should be taking is that everyone is vulnerable to this kind of thing. People make the same mistake when talking about internet radicalization pipelines that they make when talking about cults, where they assume that the only kind of person that could ever be taken in by that kind of thing must be very dull and naive. When it is factually true that people who are surgeons and engineers and CEOs, people with PhDs, have gotten radicalized by either individuals or movements that have learned how to push emotional buttons that every human being has. If it happened to this guy, it can happen to you. It's happened to me more than once.
They're mad at Elon Musk. They're mad at the entertainers, Snoop Dogg, Nelly.
Get your life right. Stop worrying about mine. I'm cool. I'm together. Still a black man. Still 100% black. All out. Till you ball out. Or till you fall out. On crypto. Yeah, get the crypto on crypto. Here we go. We great at tearing each other down. You could be up 1 minute and they'll try to pull you down the next. But I'm a strong black man. I'm cut from a different cloth. Can't tear me down. I'm one of God's child. One of his children. And I'm taking the load. Y'all stay strong. The only way to beat hate is with love. Learn from the dog. Teach you something every day. God bless y'all. I'm out.
I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices and
a slew of other ones. And it's like, yo, the truth has always been there. You can't be mad at Snoop Dogg. You can't be mad at Nelly. Nelly and Snoop Dogg are entertainers. They are not here to lead no movements. They are not here to change any lives. They are not here to fight against the government. They are here to get money and make sure that they keep whoever they paying happy and take care of their team, whoever's keeping them famous. That's it. They're only here for those things, man. Malcolm X said it best, man.
Leaders that they call leaders. This included Lena Horne. This included Dick Gregory. And this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
You can't be mad at people for showing you their true colors. It's always been there. You people gotta vet people, man. Not everybody's gonna come right out and say that they're evil or they are what they agree with or what they working with. What they say, double speak.
Doublespeak is language designed to evade responsibility, make the unpleasant appear pleasant, the unattractive appear attractive. Basically, it's language that pretends to communicate but really doesn't. It is language designed to mislead while pretending not to.
Is it done consciously?
Oh, yes, very consciously. Doublespeak is not a slip of the tongue or a mistaken use of language. It's exactly the opposite. It is language used by people who are very intelligent and very sophisticated in the use of language and know that you can do an awful lot with language.
Who's the worst offender?
In sheer bulk,
Yes.
sheer numbers of examples, the government. If we count government from the local level all the way up to the federal level, I had to stop writing the chapter on government doublespeak. It was going to take over the whole book. But interestingly enough, and this was a revelation in doing the book, about a half a step behind comes business with a tremendous amount of doublespeak.
People be doing doublespeak, man, where you can't really tell. The speaking is very neutral, very kind to the ears. You know what I mean? Don't come flat out and say nothing. You have to read between the lines. But I know it's hard for people to do that. That's why certain pages on social media are super big, because people interpret things for you. And you guys come back again and again for them to reinterpret messages and ideas and media to you. Yeah, man. We can't be mad at Elon, man. I mean, well, you can be mad at them, but it's not going to do any good because they're going to keep getting money. You're going to keep being mad. Nothing's going to happen. Only thing you can do is focus on self-development and just not subscribe to their shit, man. That's all you can do is try your best to ignore things that you don't want in your life or things that don't represent you or don't make you happy. What else is going on?